Hi everyone, we are so excited to come to you today with some great news. It's always been our goal to help people with weight loss, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, and really all the physical ailments that plague you. So we want to help you, uplift you, and improve your quality of life.
Absolutely. So with this, we are so excited to let you know that we are going to do live cooking shows with you.
Absolutely.
And you are going to cook with Terry and I, ask us questions. It's going to be so fun. So please visit us on our website below for more information.
Hi everyone, my name is Terry.
And I'm Angel.
And today we have a special treat for you, Asian flair.
Yes, it's going to be delicious. Terry was so hungry for something Asian. He's just like, I really want something Asian. And a lot of times we'll make egg rolls or spring rolls if you have seen us make before. But in our past life, we actually made something called a chicken lettuce wrap. And if any of you have ever dined at restaurants, which I'm assuming most of you have, a lot of times on the appetizer menu, they'll have these chicken lettuce wraps, and they're absolutely delicious. And so we have decided to recreate the chicken lettuce wrap and make it our meal.
Absolutely.
And we are also going to make an Asian garlic sesame noodle, because that is also one of Terry's favorites. So it's been a really long day at work.
It has.
And I'm not done yet, but we've stopped to cook and have dinner. And making some of Terry's favorites and recreating those things and just making them so delicious and fun is really a wonderful thing to do.
And I appreciate you, honey. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Honey.
So
Thank
we've been
you
talking
so
about
much.
this for
so
a few days, and Angel, she really surprised me today. She said, "You know what we're gonna do?" I'm like, "What?" And she said, "We're gonna recreate our chicken, lettuce wraps." I'm like, "Oh my God, that's great. We're gonna have our, Asian noodle salad." So I'm excited. I can't wait to taste it.
Thank you, honey.
So thank
That's
you, sweetie.
Awesome. You're
Thank you.
very welcome. So what we're gonna start with for the chicken, I forgot to warm the skillet up, so I'm warming it up now. Whatever, guys, you're here with me. So I am gonna make the actual chicken, and when I used to make these at home, I used to always use ground chicken. So this sort of mimics a ground chicken, and it's just soy, but it's not soy curls. If you have soy curls, you could grind them up, I suppose, in your high-speed blender and make them more like a, ground up, like a ground chicken or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, sorry, honey, I'm tongue-tied. But I actually find these at our local grocery store. They're made by Bob's Red Mill, and it's called textured vegetable protein, and it's just soy. That's all it is. And it comes in this bag, all ground up, like crumbs. And I use this, if you look at the ingredients, it's soy. So Bob's Red Mill, textured vegetable protein. It's high protein, it's gluten-free, it's vegan.
Nice.
So perfect and good for something like this. We don't eat soy all the time because soy has an amount of fat, but you need some fat in your diet, right?
But actually, this one doesn't have any fat.
This one doesn't have any fat.
Doesn't have any fat, any saturated fat, zero trans fat.
Saturated fat, and has no sodium.
Yeah.
So this has zero fat, zero trans fat, zero saturated fat, like you said, honey, zero cholesterol, zero sodium.
Exactly.
12 grams of protein.
Yeah. So when I looked at this, and I know we were talking about soy curls, I'm thinking, wow, this is actually...
It's really good.
Good, absolutely. Yeah.
That's amazing. So it does come ground up. So what I did is I used 1.5 cups of this textured vegetable protein in here, and I put 1.5 cups of water, and I just let it sit for like 10 minutes or so, and it just kind of comes out like this. I don't think it's gonna spill out, no, because the water is in there, and I just wanted to kind of make it moist and whatever. So equal parts the soy with the water.
But it's incredible, the texture. It's just
See how it looks like ground chicken?
It's just like ground chicken. Yeah, I can show it to our audience.
Yes, that would be awesome. And honey, I need
It's incredible.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yes, by all means, please show it how it just looks like ground chicken.
It looks like ground chicken. Look at that. It's incredible.
It's awesome, right? So we're just, can you put some water in here for me, sweetie? Thank you.
Absolutely.
So we're just gonna water saute this and just make it brown, like you would brown a ground chicken or something. It's the same kind of thing, and it actually comes out the same. It's amazing. So water saute, just like you would water saute any other vegetable, so that it doesn't burn.
Okay.
And then the way we used to make this, when we made it at home, was with sesame oil. Because when you're making an Asian dish, that sesame oil really brings out the flavors, that sesame taste that you're always looking for in something. So today, we usually don't give Terry much seeds, much nuts, or anything like that. But for today, for this, I did toast 1 tablespoon of just sesame seeds. So they were just fresh sesame seeds, and I toasted them in a skillet for like a minute or so to bring out the flavor in the sesame and see if we couldn't get that sesame flavor this way.
Nice.
So we're gonna try it. Again, this is a new recipe for us, team. So.
Well, it smells delicious. And you haven't even put what one ingredient in.
Yes, exactly.
So it smells delicious. Babe.
So you can use the no chicken bouillon base, but I didn't use it today because while it says no fat, it has a little touch of soybean oil in it. So to just avoid all of that, I am going to use this Better Than Bouillon reduced sodium veggie broth that I use all the time from Costco. It has 0 oil, even in the ingredients, 0 oil. So 1 tablespoon I'm going to use of this. If you wanted to make this beef flavored, you could use the no beef or chicken, but I did notice that if you use this veggie broth, a lot of times it'll do the same thing as long as you're using the right seasonings in it. So it seems to work out pretty good for what we're looking for. Again, I'm just going to keep water sauteing it, incorporating those ingredients and making it yummy. If you wanted to make your sauce for this in a bowl and mix it together and then dump it on here at once, you could do that. You could do the chicken part like I'm doing now. Right. And then just dump all the sauce ingredients on together. But for today, just because we're here and we're doing this with you guys, I'm just gonna dump all the sauce ingredients in one by one, and we'll just do it together. Nice. Because it's fun that way anyway.
Absolutely.
And then Terry chopped up for me about 3 green onions here, so I'm gonna add those in because again, those Asian flavors, and you guys know from watching us that Terry loves
another one of my favorites. I love
green onions.
Love
absolutely.
Green onions, so.
And honey, we could do black pepper to taste on this if you'd like.
Black pepper to taste.
Another one of Terry's favorites.
You don't have to say that more than once, babe.
That's right. So black pepper to taste. If you don't want black pepper, don't use it. That's perfectly fine. But let's just do the black pepper to taste since I'm making this special
I'm getting
for my
all
special sweetie.
Kinds of treats today.
All kinds of
That's
delicious
awesome.
stuff. And honey, if you would be so kind as to bring over that other pan, and please, while we're browning up our chicken or our soy, we will go ahead and start browning up our veggies for our sesame.
All right, is this on?
For our it is. Thank you. So we have this, and we use this oblong pan. You guys, it gives us a little bit more room. It works out perfectly, though, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
So while we're just a little bit more water in there, so we have enough for our new veggies. And then this. So we're gonna let this brown up a little bit. In the meantime, we already boiled. Thank you so much. We already boiled 1 pound of whole wheat pasta. Terry decided he wanted spaghetti tonight. The pad thai noodles would be really, really nice in this. Linguine, fettuccine. I mean, you can't go wrong.
You get to the same end result.
That's right, exactly.
Same end result.
So Terry boiled 1 pound of pasta, and we will have this for dinner and lunch and probably some snacks and all of that. But I love having stuff like that made up.
Absolutely.
So we are going to start to water saute the veggies, honey.
Oh, veggies?
Just the veggies, yeah. So I had cut up, we had a orange bell pepper. So I cut up about half, just chopped up about half of that orange bell pepper. So if you have red or yellow or whatever kind of pepper that you like, just chop it up. I used about half. I chopped up 1 carrot. So just a carrot because that sounded yummy.
Delicious, it sounded good.
Yep. And then, again, about 3 scallions. Another thing I tried to do with this meal for you guys is to try to make some or many of the ingredients very similar. So that if you decide that you want to have an Asian night like this, you don't need 10 ingredients for the one dish and 10 different ingredients for the other. So while some of these veggie combinations are a little bit different, I tried to do some things one-to-one to help you on your busy weeknight too.
Nice.
So the green onions, we put 3 chopped green onions in here, and we put 3 chopped green onions in here. So it makes it really nice for this dish, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. More green onions, the better.
Especially, right?
Exactly.
So as they start to saute, we'll add some water to the veggies. We'll start to water saute those as well. And this is what you want to do. Just saute your soy or your chicken along with all this other things that I put in here with water. And start to saute your veggies. And if you want to do it the way we did, just boil your pasta ahead of time because we're going to end up throwing it all in this pot and making it warm. You could even eat this cold. Like when we have this for leftovers, we like something like this. I had that measured out.
Oh, sorry.
No, don't be sorry. You're so cute. So anyway, that was 2 tablespoons of water, but we got more water over here and we'll make it right. So let us saute these and we will be right back.
Alrighty.
How's it going, honey?
It's going good, babe. It's going good.
Yes, me too. I'm like getting nice and brown and cooked up.
Nice and soft over here.
Oh, I love it. Thank you for doing that. So if we could, let's just add a little splash more water in here. And let's start to add our sauce to the chicken mixture here.
Okay.
So for our sauce, we're going to start with a 1/4 cup of soy sauce.
Okay.
Perfect. Just dump them in, honey. And like I said, if you want to put these in a bowl ahead of time and put it all in at once, you can, but I'm doing it this way. And that was low sodium tamari. So I always use the low sodium. I always use tamari because it's gluten-free, but you could use soy or Bragg's if you like. And then 1½ tablespoons of minced garlic.
Okay.
Okay. Yummy, yummy.
All right.
Thank you, sweetie.
All right.
And then 2 tablespoons of our homemade date paste for just a little tiny bit of sweetness, not a lot.
Get that out.
Oh, sure. 2 tablespoons of date paste. It's yummy, it's homemade, it's water and dates and you grind it up. I usually tell you guys about that a lot. You're probably sick of hearing me. And then 2 tablespoons of water, which we did add a little bit of water. 2 tablespoons of water, and then 1 tablespoon of the ground ginger, honey.
Okay.
You could use chopped ginger or whatever you like, but just sort of that Asian flavor from the ginger. So 1 tablespoon of that, and this is really coming together nicely. Ooh,
It
it's
is.
smelling good.
Looks like it's coming together perfect.
And how about 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, honey? I got it right over there for you. Beautiful. Beautiful.
I know this stuff.
I know. And then 1 tablespoon of our hot chili paste.
All right.
Well, hot chili garlic. Chili garlic paste. So,
Okay.
you know, we love garlic.
Wow, that's good. I can't wait to taste
So
that.
1 tablespoon. So you got the little bit of sweet and a little bit of hot coming together. And then if you feel like you want this to thicken up, you could add a little bit, like 1 teaspoon of arrowroot, but I'm not sure that we need it. When we when we used to make it with chicken, we did, but I'm not sure. I'm kind of liking the consistency.
Yeah,
of
I think it's great. I don't think we need it.
That's perfect. And then I would like to put 1 teaspoon of granulated garlic.
Okay.
just for good measure, we gotta make sure we can taste the garlic, honey.
Exactly.
Yummy. Okay, so now for yours. So that's really this mixture.
Yep.
We're just gonna let it brown up a little bit more, and we are gonna put this in some beautiful, for us, we're gonna put it in Boston lettuce wraps. You could use iceberg, you could use romaine, you could use whatever kind of lettuce wraps you like, or you could just eat it as in a bowl as like a deconstructed chicken wrap, right?
Exactly.
So I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. So for this, oh honey, these veggies are doing beautifully. He did such a nice job on those. Hopefully you guys can see those. Got a little bit of mess here on my hand. Oh, thank you, honey.
Look at that, huh?
So in here, again, I tried to make the ingredients very similar so it would make it easy if you were gonna have these on the same night. So a 1/4 cup of the low sodium tamari, just like we put in here, a 1/4 cup of low sodium tamari. In here, I put actually 2 tablespoons of garlic.
Okay.
In here, I did have 1.5 tablespoons, but if you want to put 2, who's counting? Or if you want to put less in both, it really just depends on how much you like the garlic. But in this one, I put 2 tablespoons. There's quite a bit of pasta. I put 2.5 tablespoons of the date paste, where I put 2 in here. So somewhat close, but
just a little different.
it's just a little bit different because I was thinking about the amount of pasta that we have, and I really wanted to get that flavor.
Yes.
And then 1 tablespoon of the chili garlic paste, just like we used for in here, honey.
Okay.
And then because they're garlic sesame noodles, we will go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of toasted sesame.
Okay.
And then, honey, 1 teaspoon of the granulated garlic powder.
Okay.
I can mix it for you.
1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon. Oh my gosh, and that's looking really saucy and nice.
Absolutely.
Well, we can add the pasta in.
Yeah.
And let's see, maybe we could add, well, let's put the pasta in, maybe half of that pasta, honey.
Okay.
And let's see how that goes.
All right.
So
I like
you
that
add
idea.
in half the pasta.
Okay.
I don't mind if you touch it because I know your hands are clean, but you can do it however you like. Beautiful. Beautiful. Man, this is gonna be so good.
I cannot wait.
So however much pasta.
About half right there.
Yeah, but you know what? We seem like we have enough sauce. We might, we could do a little, if you want to.
Okay, we'll do a little
Look
bit
how
more.
nice that is. Isn't that nice?
We'll show it to you guys. It's coming out delicious.
It's coming out really nice. The chicken, the pasta. This is gorgeous.
What a hit.
I cannot wait
What a hit, babe.
to taste.
Me either.
Honey, this is gorgeous.
Wow.
I kind of like seeing the sesame seeds.
Yes.
They're pretty. And again, we're using just a little bit of toasted sesame seed. You could always leave that out just to replace that sesame oil taste.
Let me show it to her.
That's so nice.
Look at that. Look how yummy that is.
That's magnificent.
Isn't that yummy? Come on.
That's magnificent, guys. And then here's our chicken mixture. I don't feel like we need the arrowroot or the, you know, and if you wanted something, sometimes when you get this at a restaurant, there'll be a little bit of a crunch in it. You could put, if you eat nuts, you could put cashews, like not ground up, but maybe cashew pieces in here, or you could put slivered almonds.
Yeah.
I did put the sesame seeds in here, which was going out on a limb for me with my sweetie. So I won't add any nuts to mine, but by all means, nuts are good for you and they're whole.
Absolutely.
So I would go ahead and try the nuts if that works for you.
Okay, why don't we plate this up, honey?
Perfect. So like I said, we have some beautiful Boston lettuce here that we're going to use on our plates, and we have plenty extra there to have. So I just lay the Boston face down on the plates. This is how I do it. You can do it however you like, and just put the mixture on here. like so, and I cannot wait to taste this, honey.
You cannot, babe.
Doesn't that look magnificent?
It's
and my
delicious.
sweetie made us some beautiful salads to go with this lovely meal.
Our go-to salads.
Yep.
Everyone knows about our go-to salads.
All right, now that we've plated up the amazing noodles, honey, let's show them this meal. If you would hold up, thank you.
Look at that.
Look at this gorgeous meal. Isn't that
Oh my
gorgeous?
God. That's unbelievable.
So nicely balanced.
Absolutely.
And this is gonna be delicious. What a treat.
Wait.
So where are we going first, honey?
Let's start with the Asian chicken lettuce.
Okay, here we go.
Right.
You don't have to tell me twice. It's a little bit warm, so be careful.
Two-hander.
Two-hander. Salud.
Salud.
Mmm. Hot.
Mm.
Mm-mm-mm. Oh, honey. Mmm.
Perfect. Perfect blend with the
Yeah.
Asian sesame. Oh my God, spices.
And I don't know.
I can't wait for
It's
you
got
guys
a
to taste
little,
this. Wow.
a zing
A
from
bit of
that
zing.
hot chili
Sauce, yep.
chili garlic.
Yep. Little zing.
But
but a
the
nice
date
zing.
taste maybe balances out a little bit, but it doesn't taste sweet.
Mm. Wow.
Man, I am super excited about this.
Wow.
Yum! I just want to munch out.
So am I. Wow.
Mm.
So good. So delicious.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
And guys, you don't miss the sesame. I really taste the
You don't?
sesame.
You don't miss it at all. You don't miss
This
it
is
at
the
all.
first time I tasted the sesame
Wow.
in a long time. That's magnificent.
I'm going in
Mm.
for the noodles.
This is something that Terry has always loved.
Absolutely. One of my favorites.
These noodles, and so we got to see how our whole food plant-based version goes. Are you ready?
Salud.
Salud. Mmm.
Wow.
You know what? Even though that's delicious, even though we use a lot of the same components, not exactly, it tastes very different.
It does. It does.
And
It has its own distinct taste.
it has its own distinct taste, and it's delicious. And you know what, guys? I would say the 8 ounces of pasta, approximately, that Terry put in here is plenty. This seems just perfect.
The sauce coverage and component is perfect.
This is not
Right.
overly sauced or under sauced. Wow.
Wow.
Mmm.
I cannot wait
Mmm.
for you guys to tell us
Mmm.
how you like this. Unbelievable, babe.
And thank you, honey. And then with
Unbelievable.
a little bite from the chili garlic sauce, it's hot. It's got a little bite in there, and then this cool salad.
Cools it right off. Right. Nice balance.
It's really, oh
If
man,
you like
this
us,
is really nice.
subscribe. If you like this, subscribe.
And let us know how you like it. I
Please.
mean, I'm really excited.
Absolutely. I'm so excited. I can't wait for you guys to try this.
Thank you so much for
thank
being
you.
here. Mwah.
Thank
Love
you,
you,
babe.
honey.
Thank you too. Love you, baby.
Anyway, we'll see you guys later. We're gonna go eat our meal. We'll see you in a couple days. Have a great rest of your week.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye-bye.